Have you ever wondered if you can truly reach your destination, no matter how hard you try? Zeno's Paradox, an ancient philosophical puzzle, challenges this very idea. What if, on your way to your goal, you're always halfway there, never quite reaching the finish line? Sounds bizarre, right? But what if this paradox is more than just a puzzle? It's a window into how we understand time, motion, and even reality itself. Stick with me, and let's explore whether we can ever really get to where we're going, or if we're trapped in an endless journey. Zeno's Paradox. Zeno of Elea, a philosopher from ancient Greece, proposed a paradox that has fascinated thinkers for centuries. Imagine this: you're on a journey to reach a specific destination. Seems simple, right? But Zeno's paradox suggests that before you can ever reach your final goal, you must first reach the halfway point. Sounds easy enough. But hold on, because then you must reach the halfway point of that remaining distance. And then the halfway point of that, and so on, infinitely. Now stop for a second and think about that. If you're constantly halving the remaining distance, will you ever actually reach your destination? Zeno's paradox implies that no matter how close you get, there will always be more ground to cover, leading to an infinite series of steps. It's as if your journey never truly ends. This idea shakes up our conventional understanding of motion and time, raising the unsettling question: can you ever truly reach your destination, or are we trapped in an endless loop of perpetual progress without completion? The paradox doesn't just challenge the idea of movement, it challenges the very nature of how we perceive time and space. Is everything we know about reaching a goal just an illusion? As Zeno posed, even the simplest of tasks could be an infinite series of steps, leading us to question what it really means to arrive somewhere. Achilles and the tortoise. Now let's dive into one of Zeno's most famous paradoxes, the race between Achilles and the tortoise. Picture this: Achilles, known for his incredible speed, is racing against a tortoise, but here's the twist: the tortoise is given a head start. Sounds like Achilles will easily win, right? Well, Zeno would argue otherwise. According to his paradox, whenever Achilles reaches the point where the tortoise started, the tortoise will have moved further ahead. Now, Achilles has to reach the new position of the tortoise, but by the time he gets there, the tortoise will have moved again. This process repeats infinitely, with Achilles always catching up but never actually overtaking the tortoise. The paradox seems absurd at first glance, but it raises profound questions about motion, time, and infinity. How can it be that a faster runner can never pass a slower one, no matter how fast they go? Zeno's paradox forces us to think deeply about how we conceptualize distance and time. Is motion simply a series of infinitely small moments, each requiring more steps to complete? This paradox has puzzled philosophers for centuries, offering a mind-bending exploration of speed, distance, and the infinite nature of reality. Is Achilles destined to forever chase the tortoise, no matter how much ground he covers? The arrow paradox. Zeno's arrow paradox offers an even deeper challenge to our understanding of motion. Picture an arrow flying through the air. In everyday life, we see the arrow as moving from point A to point B, its speed and path clear. But Zeno turned this simple observation into a mind-bending philosophical puzzle. He argued that at any given instant of time, the arrow is not moving. Wait, what? That's right. According to Zeno, at each individual moment, the arrow is frozen in place. In the exact moment it exists, it occupies a specific location in space, neither moving towards its destination nor away from it. So how can an object appear to move if at every single moment in time, it is completely still? Zeno's paradox suggests that motion is an illusion. It's a striking idea because it directly challenges our perception of reality. If motion is made up of a series of still moments, then how can we explain continuous movement? The paradox goes further by questioning the very nature of time itself. If every moment is like a snapshot where the arrow isn't moving, does that mean the passage of time is also an illusion? Zeno's arrow paradox forces us to confront our assumptions about time, motion, and reality. It might seem counterintuitive, but this challenge to our basic perceptions has inspired centuries of debates, forcing us to ask, what exactly is happening when we move? The struggle with infinity. One of Zeno's most powerful arguments in his paradoxes is the idea of infinite divisibility. Imagine this: you're walking toward your destination, but before you can reach it, you must first cover half the distance. And once you've covered that half, you still have to cover half of the remaining distance. And so on, forever. No matter how many steps you take, there's always a smaller distance to cover. Zeno's paradox suggests that if space and time are infinitely divisible, then completing any task, like traveling to a destination, requires an infinite number of steps. It's as if you're caught in an endless process, unable to reach your goal. But what does it mean to divide something infinitely? Zeno's paradoxes force us to confront the concept of infinity itself, something we can't fully grasp with our finite minds. Can we truly ever complete an infinite series of steps? It's a mind-boggling question, and it seems like Zeno is suggesting that our everyday understanding of distance and time is flawed. The paradox goes even further by challenging our understanding of continuity. If we can infinitely divide space and time, does it mean that everything is in motion all the time? The idea of infinite divisibility also led to important developments in mathematics, particularly the creation of calculus. But Zeno's paradox remains a powerful reminder of how much we still don't understand about the infinite, pushing us to explore the limits of our comprehension. Zeno's paradoxes in modern science. Fast forward to today and Zeno's paradoxes still hold sway, but with a major twist. Modern mathematics has provided a way to solve them. You see, Zeno's paradoxes, which seem to suggest motion is impossible, actually laid the groundwork for one of the most powerful tools we have: calculus. One of the primary ideas in Zeno's paradoxes is the concept of infinite series, essentially, the notion that you could keep dividing something into infinitely smaller pieces. In the 17th century, mathematicians like Isaac Newton and Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz developed the principles of calculus to handle exactly this kind of problem. What they discovered is that, while Zeno's paradox seems to suggest that an infinite number of steps would take forever to complete, the sum of those infinite steps can actually add up to a finite number. This concept of limits is essential in understanding how infinite series can have a real, measurable outcome. Thanks to this, modern science and physics don't consider Zeno's paradox as an obstacle, but as an opportunity to explore the infinite, leading to breakthroughs in understanding motion, time, and space. Zeno's paradoxes gave rise to a more refined understanding of the world, showing that even things that seem infinite or impossible are more than manageable when viewed through the right lens. In fact, the very challenge Zeno posed to ancient thinkers is the reason why we can now calculate the trajectory of a rocket or predict the path of a particle with amazing accuracy. So, while Zeno might have been stuck in an infinite loop, today's mathematicians have figured out how to escape it. The enduring impact of Zeno's paradoxes. Zeno's paradoxes continue to ignite philosophical debates, even millennia after they were first proposed. Some believe Zeno's paradoxes serve as a reminder of the limits of human intuition when confronting the abstract concepts of infinity and continuity. The paradoxes raise questions not just about motion and time, but about the very nature of reality itself. Are we simply trapped in an illusion of progress? Could time and space be entirely different from how we perceive them? The beauty of Zeno's paradoxes is that they force us to confront the fundamental assumptions we make about the world around us. For example, Zeno questioned whether motion could truly exist if it involved an infinite number of steps. This idea led philosophers to think more deeply about the relationship between the physical world and our perceptions. How do we reconcile the idea of infinite steps with our direct experiences of moving from one place to another? And then there's the question of time. Is time continuous, or is it composed of infinitely small moments that we can't perceive? Modern thinkers continue to grapple with these questions, blending philosophy with mathematics and physics in attempts to reconcile the paradoxes with the observable world. The fact that Zeno's paradoxes are still relevant today speaks to their enduring mystery and the complexity of understanding the infinite. Zeno's paradoxes don't just offer answers, they raise more questions, opening the door for endless exploration and reflection on the nature of existence, motion, and time itself. Thanks for exploring Zeno's paradox with me today. It's fascinating how ancient ideas can still challenge our understanding of the world. What do you think? Can we ever truly reach our destination, or are we always just a step away? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this dive into timeless philosophy and science, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to InnoVision Tech for more thought-provoking content. Until next time, keep questioning and keep innovating.